Season 6. Wow, can y'all believe we've been doing this thing for 6 seasons? Can y'all believe we've been gathering each and every week talking about this show for 6 motherfucking seasons? Baddies Midwest. Chrisean versus Tesekki. That was the main central theme of the first episode. Did I not tell y'all that they were going to start off in the first few episodes with Chrisean versus Tesekki and it was going to be a central storyline throughout the season? Did we not say that over here? So yeah, we got to see that play out in the first episode. We haven't met a lot of the new girls yet, but if you want to talk about episode 1 of Baddies Midwest, you came to the right place. Welcome to the official Baddies Midwest after show, only on the Damieon After Dark channel. If you have not subscribed yet, please go ahead and click that subscribe button right below this video down there by clicking my name, Damieon After Dark. That'll take you to my page to subscribe. Also, click that thumbs up button and like this video if you have not liked the video yet. Please, if you don't do anything else, click that thumbs up button. All right, that helps us get into the algorithm where YouTube will start pumping this video out and more people like yourselves can find us and we can continue to grow the channel, okay? Now, get in the comments. I got to hear what y'all got to say. I got to hear what you got to say, baby, about the season premiere of Baddies Midwest Season 6, baby. Season 6. Last but not least, if you want to donate to the channel, in the description box below will be some ways that you can donate and tip to us creators here on YouTube, okay? Y'all know I'm late. I'm late as always, right? I try not to be. But it's been a crazy week. We all know the election just happened. There's a whole lot going on there. I just got back out of I just flew back home day before yesterday. So, yeah, I just flew home. Yeah, what day did I fly home? I don't know. I just flew home, okay? So I wasn't here Sunday night to film. I wasn't watching Baddies on Sunday night. I didn't get to watch it on Sunday night like the rest of y'all. I got to catch it, I think, on Tuesday or Wednesday because I was out of town, out of state, doing some things. Um, and I'm in a long distance relationship, you guys. I don't really even talk about that here. But I'm an open book for the most part. Maybe one day we can do like an Ask Damien thing or something, or y'all can ask me questions and I can talk about my personal life. But for the most part, I don't really talk about it. But I'm in a long distance relationship, so it's hard. You know what I mean? Like trying to see each other, because if you want to be in with somebody, you got to see one another, right? So I'm traveling a lot for that. Working a lot. Um, and I wish I could get these videos out sooner to you guys. Okay. But on weeks where I'm not busy, on weekends where I'm home, I'll gladly I watch it on Sunday and I film it on Sunday and I try to get it out. All right. Now, in crazy election, right? And we're about to get into the episode, but I have to catch up with y'all. We got to talk our shit. Crazy election. Wow, what y'all think about that? Now, this ain't no political show, right? This ain't never been a political show, but I mean, it's the elephant in the room right now, literally. We got to talk about it. I'm not gonna lie, I did not vote for Donald Trump. I'm just gonna be real. We're gonna move on. We're not gonna make this political, but this is what I'm gonna say. I did not vote for Trump. I voted for Harris. However, I am hopeful. Okay, I'm not going into this like, oh my God, I'm so depressed. Oh my God, 4 years of Trump. I'm not going into it like that because I know it's not the end of the fucking world. I'm going into it hopeful that, okay, let's see what happens. Maybe something good can come out of something. Something. And if not, we deal with it for the 4 fucking years like we had to at the beginning, and we don't ever have to deal with this shit no more after that, right? Leave me your comments below what y'all think about that. Now let's get into the episode, okay? Let me get my drink. Y'all know usually I'm on my water kick, but I'm cheating today. Um, so the show starts. Shouldn't be drinking this, but um, the show starts. And I'm weak as fuck in the beginning because they've got Natalie's, apparently Natalie is a rapper now. If y'all didn't know. Everybody named Mamas is a rapper now, including Natalie. And in the beginning, when the credits are rolling, we hear her song playing, this song that she's got, which is actually kind of catchy, but it had me so weak. Because if you notice, the lyrics are, it's that song that says, slim, thick, what did she say? Slim, thick, fat, slim, thick, ass fat, no tummy. That song. You know what I'm talking about? That song has me so weak because she says, quote, call me Big Mama. I would hate to cause I'm big poppin'. Louis V steps, I got big options. Ha! I'm like Natalie. Natalie. Where somebody tell me this. Where is the ha? She says, call me Big Mama. I would hate to cause I'm big poppin'. Louis V steps, I got big options. Ha! I don't know why it's so funny to me. Cause I'm like, Natalie, are you trying to be Stunner Girl? Don't Stunner Girl do that? Huh? Don't Stunner Girl do that? Natalie, I feel like you sit back on Stunner Girl's Instagram like, okay, I'm going to do this next season. Okay, I'm going to do that next season. Oh. I feel like you do that, sis. I really do sometimes. Now the show opens with the private jet. We all know Zeus love a private jet. Hey, I ain't mad at it. And they got the pink carpet rolled out in front of the private jet with this whole big banner. What do you call those things? Just this big fancy banner, okay? That's like a little walkway decked out leading into the private jet. And it says Baddies Midwest. We see the girls pulling up in their luxury cars, stepping out, getting out of the luxury cars, walking into the private jet. We know how Zeus does. The aesthetic. It's giving money, right? It's giving money. I'm not mad at it. I'm not mad at it. I like Natalie in the beginning with that cute blonde curly bob that she had on. That was one of her best looks. I thought she looked really, really good. Now, in the beginning, we hear Natalie say if one of the baddies crosses her or gets out of line, they're going home. And I'm like, girl. She's like, I'm not playing with these bitches. If these girls fuck with me, this season you're going home. I'm not. You say that every season. Natalie, stop playing. It's not your choice or decision of who stays and who goes. That is Lemon Pepper's decision. We've determined that. We've talked about that. We've discussed it. Period. End of story. But I get it, sis. You got to stick to the script. You got to play your role. But you say it every season. Can we write her a new script? And I don't mean literally, because Natalie couldn't memorize a script to save her own life. I don't think Natalie's memorizing a script. I think that's just really who she is, who we're seeing on the screen. But you do the same thing over and over and over again every season. Now, baby, after Baddies South, we see Miss Jayla. Miss Jayla pulls up. And that's one thing I noticed about Jayla. After Baddies South, we know Jayla wasn't on Baddies West, right? Right? We didn't see her on Baddies East either. So Jayla started seeing that, oh, these girls are making money that we weren't making on Baddies South. She started seeing, oh, the checks are checking. Not only are the checks checking, they're checking. Check, check with a Q. Checking. So Jayla said, hell no, I ain't missing out on this. I'm back again. I'm back again. And I don't blame her. Look, if I could show up and film a show for 3 weeks and party and go across the country and go on islands and shit like that and get paid 6 figures, bitch, sign me the fuck up, okay? Because I'm sure Jayla's probably making 6 figures this season, with this being her third season, right? Am I right, y'all? This is her third season. Now we see Anna's back, of course. She says that now that she's off injured reserve, she's going to do whatever the hell she's got to do. Pretty much saying she's going to fight, she's going to lay hands now that she's off injured reserve. Y'all know how I feel about this. We talked about this all last season. There was never an injured reserve. Let's stop playing. But whatever. If y'all want to roll with that narrative, we'll roll with it. Now she claims she want to be Big Mama Don. Now she claims she want to be Tomb Raider Laura Croft and come in and whoop everybody's ass. We'll see what happens on the Mac. But all I know from you, Miss Whack, is that the only thing that you're good at is running that ball sucker. So we'll see what happens. Okay. We gonna see what you got. I just think next season we need to shake up. I like what Zeus did this season because they chose 8 girls from the auditions and brought them on the show, right? No replacements, none of that bullshit, I don't think. From what I gathered on that first episode, it seems that 8 new girls were chosen from the auditions. Those 8 new girls will be coming in the house. Now, I like that they did that. Now, next season, Zeus, can we continue that and let's fade out some of the... I get it, Zeus, if you want to keep Natalie and you want to keep Scotty and you want to keep Rolly, you want your main staples, you want familiar faces, you want OGs there. I get it. But can we weed out the Tesekkis? Can we weed out the Unamax? Can we weed out the Biggies? Can we weed out the Tinkerbellas? We don't need them. We want fresh faces. I want fresh faces every single season unless somebody just stands out so much that we can bring them back again. What y'all think? Or do y'all think we need Biggie and Tesekki and Unamax and Tinkerbella? We don't. We really don't. And I'm glad that Sapphire and Mariah Lynn are no longer there. At least at least we can say that, right? Oh God, I've got to make sure I don't. Y'all know how I blab, and I don't know how to shut up, and I just get lost in tangents. I'm trying to make sure I like get this video going because I got to get to work. And like I'm supposed to be at work in 45 minutes. Y'all watch. Y'all watch. Just watch. We're gonna be late. We're gonna be late today. Um, Now, Rolly's confessional, that first confessional, and that's what I don't get, because I'm like, some of these girls be nailing their motherfucking confessionals like 10s across the board, and then there's others where they're like giving like a 2 or a 3 or a 4. I'm like, what the fuck are y'all be wearing sometimes? So I'm like, did they not have a stylist? Are they having a stylist some days, and then some days they're dressing themselves? Is the stylist hitting and missing? Do we have different stylists? Because like these girls be really doing it in the confessionals sometimes, and then sometimes they just look like they, you know what I mean? And who am I? You know, I come up on here in a white motherfucking t-shirt on a bucket hat. But, bitch, I'm not getting a Zeus paycheck, okay? When I start getting that YouTube paycheck, them 5-figure YouTube paychecks, whatever they be getting, y'all see the glow up. No shit, I'm gonna still be up here in motherfucking pajamas and white stained t-shirts, possibly. I don't know. Is it stained? No, it's clean. It's nice and white. Um, Now let's talk about this intro. Because I know good and goddamn well Zeus did not get up on here and play in our faces with not only season 5, but now season 6. Zeus, y'all know last season's the fans clowned the hell out of y'all when y'all gave us that iMovie ass, Canva ass intro that was made on somebody's iPad. The intro when it shows the girls in the beginning and it plays music and it's a slideshow of the girls posing and it's their name. Why are we doing a Canva studio intro? The budget is up now. This is why I have a problem with Zeus. Y'all have no problem laying stacks of money down on private jets and going to these islands and partying here in Saint-Tropez and all this bullshit that y'all be doing or wherever y'all be partying. Y'all have no problem doing that, but you don't put money back into the production value to make the production elevate. We're still getting season 1, season 2, season 3 production value. Just because y'all are in bigger mansions and in private jets and get to go in all these cities now doesn't mean that the production value has elevated. We're still getting long drawn out scenes. We still get the same old shit y'all been doing from season 1, season 2. You haven't elevated. You haven't elevated none in the production value. And that intro, How y'all seasons 1, 2, and 3 of Baddies, the intro was like amazing. Remember when the girls would come out walking out, down the stairs of mansions and getting out of the cars? Like at least that was a little bit more appealing to the eye. This whole slideshow of the girls just posing, it's just so like I could have made that on my phone. It's just showing that y'all are being lazy, going the cheap route, and it seems like y'all had to make an intro last minute. Now, on the private jet, Natalie tells the girls that they're on the way to Oklahoma to pick up Chrisean because at first the girls are like, Oklahoma? And Natalie says, yeah, Oklahoma's not the Midwest, but we're going to pick up Chrisean. Now, we know that Chrisean, if you watch my videos here or you watch others' videos, you may know that Chrisean got into some trouble in several states, California being one, Baltimore being one, or Maryland, not Baltimore, Maryland being one, and then Oklahoma was the other state that she got in trouble in. So now they didn't go into detail of why they were going there, whether they were picking Chrisean up, whether she was coming with them. At least they didn't on episode 1, okay? But all we know is that Chrisean is in Oklahoma from her court case, of course, or her whatever, and they're going to see her there. Um, Now, Natalie says that Chrisean called her and says that she wanted to come back to Baddies, that she'd had a change of heart, that she was trying to make money. She was trying to get back on her feet. Could she come back? Now, y'all remember when Chrisean left the show, she started acting, before she went to jail, she was acting funny with the network. She didn't want to, remember, y'all remember, I think the last we saw her was when she was pregnant on Baddies East, right? And her and Tesekki were going back and forth or whatever, and the whole jumping situation. That was the last we saw her. Now, and then fast forward to Baddies Caribbean, Zeus wanted Chrisean to come back. But Chrisean didn't want to come back. She felt like actually, I take that back. Chrisean was going to come back. Chrisean was willing to come back to Baddies Caribbean, but Zeus did not want to give her what she wanted. Zeus did not want to give her the money that she wanted. And then Chrisean later went on to trash the network and say, that I forgot exactly what her statements were, but she said she pretty much joined the crowd of Stunna Girl and all these others who have said that Zeus Network allegedly does unethical things. So I'm shocked that Zeus is allowing Chrisean back into their good graces, but I'm also not shocked because they know that she's a cash cow and that she's going to bring the ratings and that people are going to watch. Um, but yeah, I knew that the money was going to dry up. The way that Blueface and Chrisean lived, with the jewelry and the weed and the bitches and the parties and the jets and when you live like that and you don't have income coming in, baby, that just goes out quick. Right? Because I always thought, like, Chrisean, why are you not capitalizing off of your fame? There was a time when Chrisean was like one of the most talked about people on the internet. Like, if you think about it, like, seriously, she was all over social media. And I'm like, girl, capitalize off this moment. Why are you not out here pushing your shit? She was too worried about fighting with Blueface. Um, so the money dried up. She's back. She came crawling back to Zeus. They brought her back. She's got a change of heart now, apparently. Now, on the private jet before they get there, Tesekki says that this is random, that they're going to see Chrisean, that it's weird to her. And, she said, how would y'all feel if your sister got you jumped on TV? Which now that hindsight is 2020, and we know what Chrisean has alleged about her sister, it kind of makes me say, well, maybe there's reasons why she did what she did. I'm not justifying Chrisean having her sister jumped. I don't know I don't know who's telling the truth here, but I know who I believe. Now they arrive in Tulsa, Oklahoma. Shout out to all my Oklahomians out there. If we got anybody from Oklahoma watching. Um, So apparently the plan is for Tesekki and Chrisean to sit down and meet. Um, Tesekki goes to her hotel room to wind down. We see that Biggie and Anna come in there and sit down and talk to Tesekki just to, see how she feels about having to meet with her sister. Tesekki says that in her confessionals that Biggie and Anna were upset that they could not go with Tesekki to meet Chrisean. Um, but because Chrisean requested that it just be those two. Now, I'm like, okay, again, I'm Team Chrisean on this. If it was me and my brother having issues, I don't need his two friends coming with him to be bandwagon ass bitches and try to tag team me, tell me when I'm wrong, get in our business and make it worse. Automac and Biggie, why do y'all need to come along? Sit the fuck down. Y'all want to come along because Chrisean is attached to it. Just like y'all love being friends with Tesekki because you think there's clout coming with being friends with the eater, and also because of Chrisean is Tesekki's sister, so let's hang on to Tesekki because look who her sister is, and Tesekki comes with the Chrisean clout, right? Let's be real as to why Biggie and Automac are around and why they really wanted to come in there to come in the meeting with Chrisean and Tesekki to support Tesekki. Y'all don't want to come there to support her. Y'all want the motherfucking clout. I ain't like I can't with those two. I just can't. Automac and Biggie has shown us nothing but their true colors of what kind of girls that they are. Now you can choose to believe it or you can laugh at it and haha and think it's entertainment, which it is, right? Haha, it is entertainment. But at the end of the day, choose. Choose your fighter. Choose your girl. And some of y'all just love y'all some Automatic and Biggie, which is fine, right? That's the beauty about America here. And it's a beauty we can have that difference of opinion. Um, and shout out to those that are not from America. Y'all have y'all's opinion too in the comments. But, but, give me some reasons because Biggie and Automatic have been consistent in their behavior. Talking shit, never backing it up. Never winning fights. Never, it's always jumping. It's always sneaking. It's always provoking. I digress. Um, Now what did y'all think about that Scotty in this confessional look, this short orange confessional look that she had? I didn't like it one bit. Was not feeling it. She's had better looks. Now before Tesekki meets with Chrisean for dinner, we see Natalie, Scotty, Jayla, and Rolly are going to meet with Chrisean first. And, pretty much fill her in on what's going on with the girls, who's going to be on the season, all that good stuff. So, we see that Rock shows up with Chrisean Jr., the baby. And I'm sure that Chrisean got a big bag to come back. I'm sure she got the money that she was originally asking for. Now, we see her sit down and start talking to Rolly, Jayla, Scotty, and Natalie. Now, these girls she's got history with, right? She filmed Baddies South with them. She filmed Baddies West with them. She filmed a little bit of Baddies East with them. So she's got history with these main four girls. And she tells them that she doesn't smoke or drink anymore. She says that she feels great and that everything that she asks for, she's getting. Natalie says in her confessionals, bitch, please, who you fooling? But I actually believe Chrisean. I really believe her because if you look in her eyes, if you look at her demeanor, if you look at her just overall spirit, you can tell that she seems at peace. You can tell she doesn't seem as disturbed as she used to seem when we would see her on this show. We used to see a disturbed young woman, and now I see a woman who really has done some self-reflecting, who really had to take some time to sit down. I think she needed that time to go to jail, sit down, self-reflect, think about, is this what I really want for my life and my child's life? And she got out and she decided to do better. Because here's my thing. Hey, if you want to be sober and you can be and you decide to be and you put that effort in, I'm here for it. I'm here for it. I'm not going to joke at you and say, yeah, right, bitch, yada, 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 unless you Jocelyn. Because Jocelyn, baby, she says otherwise sometimes. Jocelyn claims she's sober, but I don't know. We'll see. Anyway, but I believe I believe Rock. I believe Rock. I believe Chrisean. I want the best for her and the baby. She says that Rolly, Chrisean, Natalie, and Jayla I'm sorry, Rolly, Scotty, Natalie, and Jayla saw her at her weakest time, and she says that she hates how she treated them. We see Jayla shed a tear at one moment, and Chrisean starts crying, and I'm like, oh shit now. Now look, how we finally getting some positivity. We finally getting like an uplifting moment. It was a great scene, right? It was a great scene. I like that moment between those girls because those girls have history, like I said. It was an organic scene. It was real, it was raw, it was authentic, I think at least. And it was just not. It was a nice little change to see the positivity. Now I'm like, I know this is not going to last long, and we love our drama, right? We love our drama. I'm not going to sit up here in front like I want to see all positive fuckingtivity, but it is nice to see a vulnerable, real moment, which was Chrisean self-reflecting on the way that she's treated some of these girls in the past, and been looking at them as women and saying, "Look, I'm sorry. I hate how I treated y'all in the past." It was a nice moment. Y'all agree with me on that? Now, Krishan asks Natalie who the new girls are on the show. Natalie mentions about the eight auditioners who are on the show. We see Ivory in the first confessional. We get to kind of meet her a little bit. And we meet the new girls, but we don't meet the new girls. We meet them in the confessional, but we don't meet them in person on the show, right? So we see Ivory from Now That's TV. You know, she's there. I just realized from the first episode that they casted one of the girls that I recommended when we did the Baddies Midwest auditions. I actually recommended this girl, which was Jasmine Renee. I remember when she auditioned, she was the one that came in and all the girls were yelling and she was stomping, saying, "Hey, hey!" Trying to get everybody's attention, and she got everybody's attention. And I remember saying something about her I like. Something about her, she stands out, you know. So it's nice to see that she made it. And I'm sorry that I'm speeding through this, y'all. I'm trying to get done. Now not them casting the girl that ran up on Mariah at the auditions. Y'all remember the girl that ran up on Mariah at the auditions? Not them casting her, child. Oh, okay. Only to fire Mariah. They gonna hire the girl that jumped on Mariah and fire Mariah. Shit. DTB is back. Swollen lip and tooth still missing. How y'all feel about DTB being back? How y'all feel about Diamond the Body, Tinkerbella being back? How y'all feel about Diamond the Body, Tinkerbella? Both of them are back. Um, Natalie and them are trying to explain to Krishan who all these new girls are. We see Jade and Alexis is there. Which I'm actually looking forward to getting to know her a little better. I watched an interview with her one time and I liked her. I thought she seemed personable and cool. I like how she's honest. You know, she said, "I'm Jaden Alexis. I'm most known for being Blueface's baby mama." She got up there and just said it like it was. She didn't say, "I'm most known for being a rapper and that bitch and all that." You know what I'm saying? She just kept it 100 and said, "I'm known for being Blueface baby mama." Cool. I like you already, Jaden. Now, Tesekki gets brought up. Tesekki gets brought up, and I'm sorry. I'm gonna say this for the last time. Tesekki gets brought up while Krishan is talking to Natalie and the girls, and Krishan says that Tesekki rides coattails. And I mean, do y'all agree with that? Do y'all think that Tesekki rides Krishan's coattails? I agree. I'm sorry, y'all might not like my answer, but I do because what do you? My thing is for Tesekki. What do you bring outside of reality TV? I'm sorry, let me rephrase that. What do you bring to reality TV outside of your sister? Okay? Because if I'm watching you, Tesekki, on a reality show, I want to get to know you. And I feel like we don't know you. I feel like we know your sister, and we know that you're Krishan's sister, but I don't know who Tesekki is. Other than you're an eater and you can fight good. Like, I'm just like, I'd rather watch Krishan than Tesekki any day because at least with Krishan, I'm not gonna have to wonder how she's feeling. She seems more authentic, at least. Um, Now Chrisean and Tesekki's sister Chastity is there, and she's crying. And apparently, her and Tesekki had a tense text conversation before Tesekki got there, and they didn't really explain it. They just showed the sister crying. I'm like, what the fuck is going on? Like, why is the sister crying? This is not about her. This is about Chrisean and Tesekki. I feel like the sister's just trying to get a moment to like, girl, bye. Now, Natalie gets Chrisean and Tesekki, and she says, I want you two girls to talk. I want you to resolve your issues. I'm going to leave you here to talk. And, she leaves them. We see Tesekki and Rock greet each other and hug, and they tell each other that they love one another. So I'm thinking, okay, this is getting off to a good start, right? It's getting off to a positive start. They're hugging one another. They're kissing. I mean, not kissing. They're hugging one another. They're telling each other they love each other. Now Tesekki starts off by telling Chrisean she's still hurt by all of the backlash that she's receiving from fans on social media due to what Chrisean did to her, as far as having her jumped by her friends, and also the accusations that Chrisean made against her sister, claiming that her sister touched her when they were children in allegedly inappropriate ways, calling her an rapist. Just to name a few examples. Now, Chrisean says, "You want to talk about that or what?" Right? So now, if you think about it while watching that scene back, Tesekki is the one. Based off of the trailer, when they first played the trailer, I thought Chrisean had just brought up the whole, you know, allegations against her sister out of nowhere. But based off of the scene when you watched the first episode at the end, Tesekki was the one who actually brought this up. She was the one who kept pressing the issue of, oh, you called me an rapist. You claimed that I said this. You claimed that I did this to you. You did this. So my thing is, Tesekki, if you didn't want to talk about this stuff, if you didn't want this stuff out there, why are you bringing it up to your sister? I think Tesekki did not think Chrisean would actually bring it up on camera. I think that Tesekki thought Chrisean was just not going to say anything, while Tesekki sat there and continued to just double down and gaslight Chrisean. What did I do? What did I do to you? You going to tell me what I did? Are you going to tell me what I did? Because you could tell Chrisean didn't even really want to talk about it. She kept saying, why would we backtrack? Chrisean says, why would we backtrack? Why do we have to talk about that? Why can't we just say sorry and move on? Why do we have to go back and talk about the things that I said, blase, blase, blah. Now, I get it. You can't always graze over things. You do have to go back and talk about things at some point. But I get what Chrisean was saying in that moment. Do you really want to talk about what you did to me here? Even though we were kids, it's still affecting Chrisean, it seems, in her adult life, because she's obviously bringing it to the world's fucking front door, right? So I think that was like, she kept trying to give Tesekki underhanded warnings, like, do you really want to talk about it? Do you really want me to bring it out? Because, baby, let me tell you, if somebody did this to me, if my brother did this to me, and then you start bringing it up on TV and trying to gaslight me like it didn't happen, it's going to make me want to blow the lid on it all, okay? Now, Chrisean says, I came here as Chrisean, and I'd rather talk to Latifah and not Tesekki. And she says that Tesekki is her middle name, and I didn't know that. I always thought Tesekki was a stage name, so I was shocked to learn that that was her middle name. So I'm like, okay, so her name is Latifah Tesekki, whatever their last name is. Interesting. I never ever knew that. I always thought that was a name that she had made up and chosen. So, nice to know. Now, Chrisean tells her sister, let's just move forward instead of talking about the things, that she had brought up. Because I think what Tesekki had also wanted was to try to get her name cleared in all these accusations that Chrisean had made, claiming that she was an rapist. And Chrisean had never been clear as to why she was making these accusations. You know what I'm saying? Like, she never had been as clear as she was in this episode as to why she would say that. Like, give us examples as to why you would call her an rapist, or as to why you would say the little things that you've been saying. And in the first episode, she gives those clear examples when she says at the end of the episode about eating pussy, right? Now, Tesekki says, you don't have to love me, but do you at least like me? And Chrisean says, Latifah, what are you talking about? If I didn't like you, I wouldn't have introduced you to Zeus. And Tesekki says, you didn't introduce me to Zeus. See, this is what, child, this is what I don't want to do. Girl, well, how the hell else did you get introduced to Zeus then, Tesekki? Please tell me. How did you get on the show? Directly or indirectly, you got on the show through your sister, okay? Your sister might not have called up Zeus and said, hey, hire my sister, but Zeus definitely saw you and got to know you from Chrisean, right? I never in a million years thought that I would be, let me say it this way. I never in a million years thought that Chrisean would be sitting here looking like the sane, logical one. Is anybody else on the, I feel like this is some crazy shit here. I feel like it's some Trump versus Kamala type shit. What team are you on? Are you on Team Chrisean or Team Rock? Okay, we might have a house divided over here. Who do you believe? Whose side are you on? Chrisean versus her sister Tesekki. Okay. Now Tesekki goes on and says, "What did you do? What did you do? What did you do to get me on the show? I did this shit on my own and stood out to the boss man." Girl, the delusion. The delusion is real. Somebody needs to stamp that on her forehead. We need that in big bright lights. The delusion is motherfucking real. Girl, you gonna sit here in your sister's face and disrespect her like that? Tesekki, all you had to do was say, yes, you did help me get on this show. You did help me, you did give me a platform to create music and get my music out there. And I appreciate that. Not create music, but you did give me a platform for my music. You know what I'm saying? Like, be appreciative, sis. It's okay. Like, it's okay. Do you really think you'd be on Baddies right now if Chrisean Rock was not your sister? Let's keep it all the way 100. Come on, somebody. And if some of y'all get in the comments and say that she would be on this show without her sister, please, I'm gonna read your ass for motherfucking filth, bitch. I'm just kidding. Just say it like you mean it, okay? I want to hear your thoughts. Do y'all think polling time, question, get in the comments. Bring. Do y'all think that Tesekki would have made it on Baddies had she never been Chrisean Rock's sister? Does Tesekki stand a chance being on the Zeus network if she had never been Chrisean Rock's sister? Bitch, do you think there would be a Nikki Hilton without a Paris Hilton, bitch? Do you think there would be a motherfucking Solange Knowles without a Beyonce Knowles, ho? Do you think there would be a motherfucking Ashley Simpson without Jessica, bitch? No. Stop playing with me. Don't play on our motherfucking faces, Latifah. Do you think we'd know you without your sister? I better put some respect on Chrisean Rock's name, and I hate to burst your bubble, sis. But you didn't stand out to the boss man. Your sister quit the show, and they wanted the next thing that was close to her, the next best thing that was close to her that could help them bring in Chrisean Rock's viewers. Let's bring in her sister. Right? Let's bring in the sister. That's what happened. Now, I did like that they're protecting that Chrisean is choosing to protect her son, Chrisean Jr. They're blurring his face out. I like that. Because the fans are ruthless. They'd be on there making fun of that boy, and yeah. So I'm glad they did that. Now, Chrisean says to Tesekki, "You want me to apologize for something that's my truth when you should take accountability." And Tesekki keeps pushing her, like just pushing her, like, "What are you talking about? What are you talking about? What did I do? Da, 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 da. What about what you did to me? What about that kind of shit?" Chrisean says, "You want me to apologize for my truth?" She says, "Do you want me to say it?" Chrisean, like, I feel like gave her so many chances to just let it go. Chrisean says, "Do you want me to say it? You wanted to play house when we were kids." So, it's like, oh shit, the car is starting to go off the road now, right? Chrisean then says, "Black families, we do this shit all the time, and we don't want to speak about it." And she's so right. And what I think is so crazy is that Tesekki, again, in this moment, tries to gaslight Chrisean. If you pay very close attention, this is what people do, especially in relationships, especially just pay attention. Chrisean is trying to make a very valid point, which is not in black families, historically, not only just black families, in families in general, it's easy for people to brush it under the rug. When something happens, we're not going to talk about it because that's your uncle. We're not going to talk about it because that was your brother. We're not going to talk about it because that was your sister that did that. So, shh. But God forbid somebody's gay in the family. God forbid somebody's gay in the family, and we're going to banish the motherfucker and never speak to him again, and they can't come to the family dinners, right? Not my experience, but a lot of gay people's experience. However, let somebody touch on somebody in the family, they go, shh, 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 shh. No, we're not going to say nothing. We're not going to say nothing, right? So Chrisean hit the nail on the head here. Now, at the same time, Tesekki starts saying, "Oh, yeah, okay, black families, whatever, black family," pretty much mocking her, trying to downplay it when it's like, no, this is actually a serious issue. And she's making a very valid point, and that's actually why I really don't, a lot of the reasons why I don't believe you, Tesekki. And I think that the accusations that Chrisean made, a lot of us believe. Just saying. And again, y'all, I'm sorry I'm talking so fast, but I'm trying to get this video wrapped up. Have to be at work in 15 minutes. Let's get this wrapped up, okay? So Chrisean says, "You keep saying I'm a liar, but I know what happened when I was 7." And I think she says, "Yeah, I know what happened when I was 7." And I'm just like, oh shit, here it goes. And Tesekki keeps going. She keeps pushing her, right? She keeps pushing. And then Chrisean drops the bomb and says, "That's why you ate my pussy when we were 7." Mic drop. Now, we know that already happened, right? We talked about it. It was in the trailer. We talked about our feelings and emotions around it. And that's why now I'm really leaving it in you guys' hands because I want to see you guys' thoughts and opinions. I've told you guys how I feel, right? I've told you guys how I feel. I believe Chrisean. I believe her when she said this because this scene that we saw her in tonight, I've never seen her more coherent. I've never seen her more present ever than I have in all her years of TV than I had on this episode. So you mean to tell me I'm supposed to discredit what she's saying in this very moment when she's actually sober and clear for the first time in her entire life? No, now is the moment when I'm really going to believe her. And I choose to believe her, and this has obviously affected her, even though they both were children. Even though they both were children, and it almost seemed like Tesekki had some guilt behind that, and that's why she kept, like, saying, "What did I do, Rock? What did I do? Huh, huh?" Like, she didn't think Rock was going to spill it, but she did. But she did. I really feel like she pushed Chrisean to blow that lid, And if you notice, Chrisean told her multiple times, "Let's drop this." Um, and if you also notice, at one point, Tesekki says, "I did take accountability. You told me that I hurt you, Rock, so I said I'm sorry for that." So it's like, does she know? Did she apologize for what she did? Like, was she not expecting her sister to expose this? I mean, there's so many questions surrounding this. I really do feel like it's too dark, too deep, too disturbing to really even be discussing as for us as viewers. But I mean, this is one of the central storylines that are happening this season, so we're going to be talking about it. I'd love to hear your thoughts and opinions surrounding it. Please join the conversation by getting in the comment section below. Subscribe to the channel and like this video if you haven't already. That helps me get into the YouTube algorithm. And if you want to donate and leave a tip to us creators here on YouTube, in the description box below will be some ways that you can donate using PayPal, Cash App, Venmo, or Zelle. I'll also post my Amazon wish list. Thank you guys for supporting me. I really, truly appreciate you. Thank you for being patient and sticking by me and always watching my videos, no matter if they come out Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday. Bitch, y'all are always right there, and I appreciate you, and I look forward to your comments, even if I don't always respond. So thank you. Continue to be great. Continue to be you. Okay? Put yourself first. Love yourself. And we'll see you next time on Damien After Dark. Stay tuned for episode 2. It's coming because y'all know they already dropped it. See ya.